Hi students, good evening to everybody. Today we will see with the speed and distance problem. A problem I have written here, which is very common in the competitive test, whether it is a bank exam or SSC or PO, bank clerk, everything. So the speed and distance problem is very common, and at least one question you can expect out of this type of questions. So this question is very representative, and it is a rather tough question to look at, but if you understand the concept and listen carefully, you will be able to simply solve it without any problem, and it can be done in a fast way also. So we will see the both methods, that is a conventional method as well as the shortcut method. So we have given the problem here. As you know, today these days the bank exams as well as every type of competitive exams, they are giving more and more tough questions, so that you have to prepare for the toughest question, so that you will be able to answer. The toughest question means any question is coming, you will be able to attempt and easily solve it. So this is one such question. So listen carefully. I will explain the problem in detail. P and Q are two stations which are 380 kilometers apart. A man starts from P at 4:30 p.m. and moves towards Q at 70 kilometers per hour. Another person in a scooter also is starting from Q and at 5:30 p.m. and travels towards P at 85 kilometers per hour. At what time will they both meet? That is a question here. We have been given the options here. So let us see how we can represent it in a picture. So we have point P here, we have point Q here. So this distance is said to be 380 kilometers as given in the question. So a person starts from P and person starts from Q. One thing, friends, note here that usually the questions will say that both start at the same time. But in this particular question, these people are starting at different times. So what is happening? P is starting at 4:30 p.m. Okay, from his point in some vehicle. That vehicle is not specified. And Q is starting at what time? Q is starting at 5:30 p.m. in a scooter. That is what is said. He is moving towards P and P is moving towards Q. So both are in two vehicles, and these two start at two different times. That has to be very clearly noted. So let us see what is the speed of P. The person in P is traveling at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour, and the person from Q is starting at a speed of 85 kilometers per hour. So both are given in kilometers per hour, and the distance is also given in kilometers. The only things to notice here is that they are both starting at two different times. So that has to be clearly noted for solving this problem. The question is, at what time will they meet? That's the question. Let us assume that they meet at some point, say Z. We don't know what is this point, at what time they will meet, but we are assuming that they are moving at point Z. In order to solve this question, as we have noted, they are both starting at two different timings, and P is moving towards Q and Q is moving towards P, and they are meeting at a point Z. Listen here carefully, friends. So what is this point X? We don't know what it is. We have to find it out. So how do we find it? Let us assume that the person at P takes a time, say, let us say X hours to reach this point Z. So what about Q? We know P starts at 4:30 p.m. only. Okay. So if P is taking X hours to reach this point, what will be the time taken by Q to reach this point? So that is what we have to understand. Let us assume that this person is starting at 4:30 p.m. and reaches, just for example I am saying, and reaches this point at 1 hour, let us say. And then what will be the time taken by this person to reach here? Friends, listen here carefully, because this person is starting at 4:30 p.m. and this person is starting after 1 hour. That is, if this person is starting at 4:30 p.m. this person at Q is starting at 5:30 p.m. That is after 1 hour. So if X is taking 1 hour, so this person obviously will take less than 1 hour only. So okay, obviously this I'm taking only for example. So if for example this person is taking 2 hours to reach here, that is person at P is taking 2 hours to reach here, this person will take 1 hour less because he is starting after 1 hour. So this person will start only at 1 hour. Okay, so that is understood. So from that angle, taking this example, let us assume that P is reaching this point, meeting point, at after X hours. So then what will be the time taken by Q to reach this X hours? It is obviously X minus 1 hours, because P is starting at 4:30 p.m. and Q is starting after 1 hour. So the same point both are meeting means if X is the time taken by P, then the time taken by Q to reach this point will be exactly 1 hour later. So it will be 1 hour less because he is starting after 1 hour. In another example also, let us we can examine this. Let us assume that P is starting at 4:30 p.m. Let us assume that this is he is reaching it at 8 p.m. Let us assume. So then what is the time taken by P to reach this point? He is starting at 4:30 p.m. So this will be 4:30 after 4:30 3 hours 30 minutes, right? 3 hours 30 minutes is what P is reaching this point. Okay, then what is the time taken by Q to reach this point? Since Q is starting at 5:30 a.m., the difference between 8 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. is only 2 hours 30 minutes. So obviously this Q is taking 1 hour less than what P is taking. So that is what we meant by saying there, that if X is the time taken by P to reach this point, is that then Q will be reaching after X minus 1 hours. So this is an important concept to solve in this problem. So that's why I am stressed repeatedly on this point. So I hope you have understood this point. So repeatedly try to understand. If both are starting at the same time, there is no confusion. Both will be taking at the same time only. It is X hours. But since P is starting at 4:30 p.m. and Q is starting at 5:30 p.m., the time taken by Q compared to P will be always 1 hour less because of their difference in starting. So having said that, we'll see the further problem, how to solve this. Listen here friends, the total distance is 380 kilometers, right? So we know distance is equal to speed multiplied by time, right? So in the case of X, what is happening? P, person at P, let us see how this is found. So the distance, we don't know what is the distance. So we'll see what is the speed taken. We know the speed is 70 kilometers and the time is X. So this is 70 into X multiplied by X is the distance covered by P is equal to 70 into X, or this is equal to, you can say as 70X. And what is the distance covered by Q? That is, this is P. This distance PZ is equal to 70X. We know, right? This is the distance. And what is ZQ? ZQ will be equal to, what is the speed of the person starting from Q? It is obviously 85 kilometers. Okay, given 85 into the distance is how much speed into time. So the time taken by Q we have seen is equal to Q minus 1. Yes, X minus 1. So 85 into X minus 1. Listen here friends, I hope this is clear to you. Please make this as a very important point in solving this type of question. So the distance PZ is equal to 70X because this is a speed and this is the time taken. We have assumed X. And what about Q? The distance ZQ is equal to again the speed of the person starting from Q multiplied by the time taken by him is X minus 1 as we have seen before. So this is equal to 85X minus 85. Now what is this? we know this PZ plus ZQ. We know that is a total distance given equal to 380 kilometers, right? This is equal to 70x plus 85x minus 85. Follow? So this is very clear. We are trying to find what is the total distance using this formula. Distance is equal to speed into time. In the case of P, the distance total PZ is equal to 70 was the speed of the person at P, and x was the distance time taken by P. So this is 70x. Now coming to the second part, that is 380 kilometers divided into two parts here, PZ and ZQ. ZQ was travelled by the person at Q. So what is ZQ is equal to speed of the person was 85 kilometers per hour multiplied by the time taken, that was x minus 1 hours. X minus 1 is equal to 85x minus 85. So we know the total distance PZ plus ZQ is equal to what? The total distance 380 kilometers, which is given in the question. So this is equal to substituting this equation 70x plus 85x into 85. So now further simplifying this, we will get 70x plus 85x is equal to 155x. This is equal to, we are bringing this to this side, 380 plus 85, or this is equal to 465. Followed? 5 plus 0 is 8 plus 8 is 16, then 8 plus 2. Total 465. If you want, you can separately add it, but I would request you to sincerely learn this mental mathematics, because that will help you in ultimately becoming the winner. So 380 plus 85 is 465. So what is x? X is equal to cutting. This is equal to 3. So x is 3 hours. Correct? Because hours is the unit of the time. So we have found out x. So now what is our question? At what time they will meet? We have been given various options: 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. We know here x. X is for what time? X time is given for the person P to reach here, this meeting point. So what time did the person at P start? P started at the time 4:30 p.m. and we have got x is the time duration taken by P to reach the point Z. So this will be 4:30 p.m. plus 3 hours. This is equal to 4:30 plus 3 is 7:30 p.m. So we have the option here. It is option B. We have got the answer. Now for solving this question in the full way, it will take you more time for this. We don't have time, and time is money. Time is essence in this, especially in this competitive exam. Time is the most important thing. We not only have to be correct, but we have to do it in a very fast manner to beat the competition. So in order to become the winner and to become the smart person, what we can do is use the smart way. Now we will go into that, how we can go about it. Friends, we have seen here 7 p.m. We have in the options here 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. So if 7 p.m. was the correct answer, what would have been the duration? We know P started at 4:30 p.m. So this duration will be 7 p.m. Minus 4:30 p.m. or this is equal to 2 hours and 30 minutes or 2.5 hours, we can say. Fine. And what about 7:30 p.m.? 7:30 p.m. means the time would have been 3 hours. Or if it is 8:30 p.m., it would have been 4 hours. And if it is 9 p.m., it would have been 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So we have got the equation here that 70x plus 85 minus 85 is equal to 380. Or we have substituting, we have found 155 x is equal to 465. We have seen before. So we can immediately substitute. If it is 2.5 hours, will this equation hold good? So 2.5 155 into 2.5 hours is nothing but 5 by 2 hours. Okay, into 5 by 2. So we see that no, this answer can be ruled out. Now we will take the other option. If it is 3 hours, 155 into 3, this is equal to 3 into 5 is 15, and 3 into 5 15, 6, so 4. So this answer is satisfied, and we got an answer here. So by substitution we can do it in a much faster way. So practice both these methods very easily because this is a very important type of question in time and speed. So we will take up other options also, other types of questions in time speed. But this is a very important question I have seen in many competitive exams. So please, friends, please try to understand the concept in both ways, conventional as well as the difficult way, as well as the shortcut method. You should always importantly practice the every problem in the shortcut as well as the conventional method, because sometimes the question may be slightly different, because then you have to find the solution. So obviously the normal method or the conventional method is very important, as well as the shortcut methods also you have to learn. So practice this properly, and I am sure you will get a good result in the exam. All the best.